This is a message to the man whose wife just died. You know who you are. And I have a message from your wife. And she said to say, you will listen. Don't shoot the messenger either. I'm just doing as I'm told. She's very insistent. She said to say, honey, I know you're angry, but hear me out. In my defense, I always said I was going to go first. I had always said that I would go before you because I would need to prepare God for your arrival. Because we all know that when your time comes and you get up there, there's going to be hell to pay. So she needs to smooth things over with God first. Because she knows you're going to give him an earful. But she said she needs you to understand that your time together was not about her coming to the end of your journey. It was about you going to the end of hers. She always knew she was going to go first. She always knew she wasn't going to live a long life. Loving that many people drains you, she said. But there's nobody I loved more than you, and that's why she chose you to be a part of her journey. And I know it's not what you signed up for, she said. But I think deep down inside you knew it too. She said when she got diagnosed with the cancer, there was a part of her that was relieved because she knew there was a reason why she was starting to see the light. Oh, she was physically seeing lights. She thought she was going crazy, like she thought she was imagining things and hallucinating. And I think maybe she was worried that she had like Parkinson's or dementia or something, because that was her biggest fear. She would rather have had cancer than have a disease where she forgot the people she loved the most. She said, and that was you, you big dope. She needed protecting. She needed time to prepare herself. And that's why she chose you. Because she knew you'd let her do it her way. As if you had a choice, she said. She seems like the sort of wife that pre-prepared and froze like 6 months worth of dinners for you, so that she would know that after she was gone, she wouldn't have to worry about you eating properly. She said she's in the garden a lot, and you know that, you feel her. When she got diagnosed, she didn't want to hang around. She didn't want to drag it out. It would have been too much for her. And she needs you to understand that. It was bad enough that she was having to leave in the first place, but she didn't need reminding of it. She said, and she's sorry it broke your heart, but she promises it broke her heart more. And that's why she's here now. She promised she'd get through, but if you opened your stubborn mind, she could do it directly because you've been avoiding knowing that she's reaching out to you. Because you're still mad and she gets that. God, she's so patient with you. She said after 30 years you learn to be patient. She said it was always you. She always knew she was going to love you the most. She always knew you were going to be the one that she died in the arms of. And even though you tried to fight it in the beginning, that you had feelings, she knew you weren't hiding it very well. She said he likes to act tough, but he's just a big old teddy bear. She goes, well, to me he is. She said, stop seeing her as the cocoon and see her as the butterfly. And she keeps saying she's in the garden. She's always in the garden. That's where her vibe is the most. Don't think she's out there wandering around. What I mean is, like, when you want to remember her the most, to connect to her at her highest frequency when she was living, it was when she was in the garden. So when you want to feel her at her strongest, go to the garden. Then you'll start having memories of her, and you'll get that warm feeling of connection and love in your chest and in your gut, and that's when you'll know she's with you. You will literally be joined together in time. She said she only wants you to remember the good memories. And her happiest times throughout her illness was when she was in the garden. She wanted to remember it all. She wanted to soak it all in. Which is why she was at her highest vibe. Because she was already between worlds, so she said, and I don't care what you keep telling yourself, you have to do Christmas, you promised. You can't go back on your promise to a dying woman, she said. She said, do it for me. Don't just do it for the family, do it for me. She said, because you know how much I loved Christmas. If you don't do it for yourself, always do it for her. It can be her Remembrance Day. Instead of being sad, there'll be a reason to celebrate. Mum Appreciation Day. Or she said Mom. M-O-M. She said she will always see you in your dreams. I'm starting to step back now. Like the light's going, I can see my room again. She said, I love you, honey. And she's blowing a dainty little kiss. She's pointing out she's got her hair back, but she said it's lighter than before. It's like how it was in the 70s, she said. That, yeah, she's... So, I hope that helped. Mwah.